Kick-Ass Confidence with Linda, for women who want more passion, power, and personal style.
Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to Kick-Ass Confidence. I'm Linda, your confidence coach, and today I'm going to be giving you 3 power tools that will instantly boost your confidence. If you do these 3 things, there are many, but if you just do one of them, all these 3, they will instantly expand and boost your confidence, because what we're talking about here on this podcast is confidence through the power of personal style. How do you do that? How do you get up, dress up, walk out your front door, knowing that you've nailed it, ready to slay your day, feeling and looking amazing, and being in the fullness of your spirit of beauty as a woman? Because it has been too long, my friend, that you might have been dressing down and blending into the background and playing small and being overlooked. And I want you to go from overlooked to overbooked. I want you to go from a frumpy, frustrated status quo to a confident, bold, beautiful tomorrow. And confidence is key. Confidence, make sure that you catch my first welcome podcast, which is all about what is self-confidence, what's the difference between that and self-esteem, and how do we weave in the power of personal style? How do we harness the power of enclosed cognition? The science is out there to help us to get up, dress up, and go and be that bold light on a hill that you know we are called to be, and to go and live a wonderful life. How do we do that? Today, we're keeping it short and sharp and simple. I'm going to be giving you 3 tools. How to boost your confidence. Number 1, of everything that I've done my whole life to work on my confidence. Remember, I come from no confidence. I come from an abusive background. I come from 0 self-esteem. I was the queen of low self-esteem. How then do I go from all of that to being a confidence coach, teaching the power of personal style, how to be kick-ass confidence when I wasn't raised that way? There are things that you can do. And if you are committed to this process, I can guarantee you that you will expand your confidence, you'll expand your influence, you will even expand your income like many of my clients do, because confidence is magnetic. The world is looking for confident, kind, successful, amazing women to do life with and to do business with. Of everything I've done out there, let me just say this. I am nothing, and I would have achieved nothing without my faith and God, who is my provider. Okay, outside of that, the most powerful thing that I've ever done that has boosted my confidence every single time I've done it, it's one word: action. The only thing standing between your frumpy, frustrated status quo and a confident, bold, beautiful tomorrow is action. People undermine this. Prayer is powerful, but faith without action is dead, my friend. You can practice, you can read, you can talk, you can consume all the knowledge out there, you can read another book, you can go to an event, but if you don't apply it, if you don't take action on it, it's not going to change a thing. You have to get off the bench and get in the game of life. That is what you play to win. And you decide what it means to play to win. You decide what that looks like. You might want to be a surfer and sing every night and find someone to marry and have 5 kids and live near the beach. That is playing to win. You might want to be an entrepreneur and launch your business and be super successful and be a multimillionaire. That's for you, is playing to win. Each to his own. But action is the only thing that is going to get you off the bench, moving forward toward the life that you want to live. Let me give an example. When I started work, I was 17 years old. I had a fearful mind. I had to get out of my head all the things that they said against me, about me, how I was raised in several homes by different people. There was a lot of abuse. And by the time I got to 17, my head was a mess. My mindset was an absolute there were landmines going off all the time. I was a control freak. I was a perfectionist. I was fearful. I didn't show it on the outside because I've got feisty South African Scottish blood. I'm not going to show that. I'm not going to be weak, right? I didn't know what to do except hide it. But inside my mind, from every corner of my brain and my mind and my heart, I was like, I've got a problem. The stuff that's going on inside here is not going to help me. In fact, I might not live very long if I believe what I've been told, if I believe what I've seen, if I believe what's in my head. And so I decided at a very young age, in my early 20s, to take up adventure sports. That if I could jump off a bridge or out of a plane or do really scary things, that I would get rid of the fear here and replace it with courage and with excellence and with bravado. And that's what I did. And guess what? It worked. It worked so well that I even went on to break a Guinness World Record in bungee jumping. many years later. Go figure. Let me grab this over here. I have this on my desk because it's pretty damn cool to be in the Guinness World Records in 2024. In 2022, I broke the Guinness World Record for the most bungee jumps in 1 hour, right here at one of the highest bridges in the world at Blokranz in South Africa. How did I do that? I started by facing my fears. I started with zero confidence, and I made a decision, I decided I am going to do whatever it is that I'm afraid to do. Because if I don't, I'm going to be sitting back withdrawing, and I'm going to be allowing fear to control me and hold me back and dictate my life. And others dictated my life for long enough. I was not okay with that. That was not an option for me. I wanted to live this amazing life, adventure, meet amazing people, learn from others, have fun, do something meaningful, add value. It had to start with me, right? So depending on where you are, whatever you're going through, your age, your stage, your profession, it doesn't matter. Any of that matters. What matters is that you want to boost your confidence so that you can trust yourself, because self-confidence is self-trust. Confidence is rooted in the Latin word fidere, which means trust. So when you trust yourself, you will get up, dress up, and go out there and do something amazing. Your life will be enriched. You'll attract amazing people. That's how it works. But you have to take the first step. Nobody can do it for you. Only you can do it for you. And there is something in your heart that you know you want to do that scares the bejesus out of you. That's the thing you need to go and do. What did I do? When I was in my early 20s, starting my corporate career, I was petrified of public speaking, petrified. I went and did that. I became a presentation skills trainer for a senior and marketing management team of an IT company. And I went on to do much more presentation skills training. I went and did things that I was scared to do, like put my hand up and ask a question around the boardroom table when I was the youngest and the least experienced. Every single little thing that scared me and my heart was racing, I would do it because I made myself a promise. Linda, it is either this mindset and this life that looks dull and drab and sad and awful going forward, or we go in the direction of our fear. You have to go in the direction of your identity. Go in the direction of your goals. Go, whatever is facing you down that is fearful to you, go through it. Not around, not over. Freaking crush it. Will it hurt sometimes? Oh my gosh. Might you cry? Without a doubt. But is the freedom on the other side worth it? You have no idea. You have no idea. So I started bungee jumping. I started skydiving. I've done 6 solo skydiving jumps. The first one, my parachute didn't open. Oh my gosh. I had a line twist and I dropped like a stone. I'll tell you that story another time. On my very first solo skydive, it was just, I thought that's the day I'm going to die. Dropping like a rock, plummeting, hurtling toward earth. Oh well, there's going to be a bit of a splat. And I'm like, that goes through your head. You're like, you see on the movies, all these things. It was a whirlwind. Another story another time. But I didn't die. And I got to love bungee jumping. And I started years later, I got a goal of I want to do the 3 highest in the world. I've done Macau in China. I've done South Africa when it was the first highest. I think it's the 4th highest. There's now another one in Switzerland. I've got to do that. So I've done China, I've done South Africa, I've done New Zealand, I've done a bunch all over the world. I now have to get back to China because they've got this new glass bridge, man, that they created a bungee. Now I've got to go there because that's the highest in the world. That's my goal. But through the process of taking action against my fear, to crush my fear, to build trust in myself, to build confidence in myself that I can do this, that I can replace these thoughts in my mind, rewire my brain, I fell in love with bungee jumping. Fast forward, many years later, I'm living in London and I pick up somewhere, not sure where I read it, or if it was the Guinness World Record, I think, book, which my son used to love, so I used to buy it for him annually. And I saw there's a bungee jump record for the most bungee jumps in 1 hour at Blokranz Bridge in South Africa, my homeland, held by a South African. I think she was about 10 years older than me, I think, thereabouts. I was so inspired by it. I called my husband, I'm like, wow, babes, look at this. That's amazing. Somewhere, somehow, I found her details online and her telephone number, and I phoned her. I'm like, I'm going to phone this chick. She has inspired me, and I just want to say, hey, well done. So I get hold of her, And I say, I just want to tell you, I'm a fellow South African. I'm in London. I am blown away by I just want to say, well done. Like, what made you do it? And then she was lovely. She chatted. She said, thanks very much. It was, whatever, huge accomplishment. I'm like, listen, I'm so blown away. I'm like, I'm so inspired. I might go for it one day. I wasn't phoning her to say, listen, I'm going to break your record. That's not what I was doing. No, I'm not that strategic. I was saying to her, I'm so inspired. Or I'm looking for something challenging and meaningful. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, I might just go for the record. I seriously was not giving her a hard time. Okay. Maybe she thought that. She clearly did. And she's like, you can't. I'm like, what do you mean? She said, you can't break my record. It's humanly impossible. I'm like, but you're human. And she said, you can't do it. I've got to go buy. And she puts the phone down. And I'm like, oh, honey, you just handed me the trophy. Don't tell me I can't. It's not your decision. It's my decision. So planted right there and then, from that couch that afternoon in the UK, I decided this seed has got to be watered. Like, I'm not going to stop thinking. Fast forward a few years later, we unexpectedly moved back to South Africa. Fast forward a couple of years after that, I'm like, I'm here now. One of our precious neighbors, we're sitting having a glass of wine at the end of the week on the patio outside. And it turns out he's a Guinness World Record holder. So I tell him, I'm like, this is what happened. This is the story. He's like, you should do it. So I did. So not only did I plan on doing it, I got a telephone call whenever it was later down the line, I think the following year, whatever the timeline was, from a TV production company, from an awesome company in South Africa that wanted to interview and invite 10 South Africans attempting to break or set Guinness World Records because they were doing a TV series on South Africans setting Guinness World Records. Linda, would you like to be part of it? Would like to interview? I'm like, sure. We have the interview. It all goes well. They're like, cool. And then guess what? I have 6 weeks to train. Now I'm a little bit chubbier. I'm heavier. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to lose weight. And I've got about 6 weeks to do it. There were a bunch of people who were amazingly involved in the dream team that came together to produce this whole thing, where I had 6 weeks to get in shape, strengthen my core, go on a dry run. And listen, bungee jumping. So the record was 19 times in 1 hour. It's a lot. Okay. It's a lot. I broke the record by 4. My record is 23 jumps per hour in 1 hour. It's in here in the 20. I should actually try and find the page. I should mark the page really. But anyway, it's in here, okay? I keep it on my desk to remind me that I can do anything. I've got a big ass gold trophy there that my husband, because you can get a nice certificate, which is on my wall. I want a big ass gold trophy that my amazing husband went to go and organize for me. And I see it every day. I'm like, I can do anything that I put my mind to. So can you. Action. So we broke the record. It was amazing. What was it like? Well, it was a whole new experience, vomiting upside down in midair, I'll tell you that. But these are things that you can deal with, okay? And I trained for it, put my mind to it. And don't tell someone they can't do something. Don't tell yourself that you can't, because whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right, said Mr. Henry Ford. You can do anything. You just have to trust yourself. Number one, action is the way to build trust in yourself. More powerful than anything. More results driven than any other methodology that you might apply toward your goals. Action. So I'm now the Guinness World Record holder. I feel like a badass. I feel really proud of myself. It was such a personal, meaningful thing to me. And yes, I did get a text from the former record holder. I don't know what it was, a couple of months later, and her words were, congratulations, I am gobsmacked that you broke my record. So anyway, I was like, thanks, smiley face. Action. What is the thing that you need to take action on? What is the thing that you can take action? Pick one thing. And yes, it's got to scare you. You don't have to go and bungee jump. I'm not, but you should try it. It's a lot of fun. But it's a stress release. It's an amazing, those seconds in the sky, nobody else, just the birds, just the sun, just you. It's just a very spiritual experience for me. It's amazing. Pick one thing that you're scared of and just do it. Just do it on a regular basis all the time. It's like driving a car. The first time you got in, you're like, oh, I'm going to crash. I'm going to die. I'm going to kill these people. No, you won't. No, you didn't. Pick one thing today. What is that one thing? There is something that you know you want to do, that you can do. Just go do it. I've got a beautiful client who's in another country, and she's like, my gosh, Linda, you're so good on camera. You're great with your webinars. I never was in the beginning. Guess what? I was scared of being on camera. I was scared of being on stage. I'm like, that's what I have to do. Oh no, I wish I weren't scared of it because then I wouldn't have to do it. If I'm scared of it, my commitment to myself is go do it. What's the worst that can happen? You're going to fall on your face, screw up, and you're going to get up and you're going to go, oh well, now I know how not to do it. You'll be a step closer to more confidence and to your goals. Action. Number 2, the power of personal style. Confidence through the power of personal style is what I do. It is called enclothed cognition. I've spoken about it before. You can go and check out the Adam and Galinsky 2012 report on enclothed cognition. What is that? How come our clothes have so much power? What do they symbolize? How do they actually impact our cognitive process of how we do life? What is it? Why? How does that work? Very interesting. Go and study that. Personal style, what you wear, impacts everything. Absolutely everything. From your marriage to your mojo, your money, your mood, everything. When you're down and you're sick and you're feeling low, how do you dress? The same way. You have to dress to feel a certain way, not according. Heaven forbid we as women dress according to how we feel. I would have 15 wardrobe changes a day. That's just a little bit too much for me to administrate. So the power of personal style is a scientific thing. It is a body of research out there that is irrefutable in terms of how it makes us feel, and how we see ourselves is also impacted, not just how others see us. And remember that perception is far more powerful than intention. You could go out there and intend to do well, speak well, say something, but if someone perceives you as negative or as critical or as something else, it's up to us to manage our perceptions that we put out there. What we wear and how we behave is either repelling or attracting amazing people and opportunities from our lives. So it would behoove us surely to learn how to get up, dress up, and build a beautiful wardrobe that positions and strengthens and serves us. If indeed this thing called enclothed cognition is so powerful, it would make sense that because we get dressed every day, we may as well get good at it. Right? Don't do something every day and then stink at it. Like, that doesn't make any sense. If I have to go and bake the same cake every day and I just don't learn how to do it, oh my gosh, how frustrating must that be? And if your closet frustrates you, it's because you simply haven't learned how. Stick with me here. Stop buying the stuff. Learn the skills. I am going to show you. Style is just a skill. It is my mission to help women to get up, dress up, to feel beautiful, to walk out their front door knowing that they've nailed it, looking and feeling confident, and to go and have a kick-ass confident day. I don't come from that, but I wanted it. And the freedom on the other side, my friend, let me tell you, is worth fighting for. So stick with me here. Confidence through the power of personal style. We're going to be upskilling you with business skills, a specific one power tool if you're a woman in business. It is all about expanding your confidence, your influence, hopefully your income. I don't guarantee the income. I don't guarantee the new man, but they do tend to come along when you get up and dress up on the outside in a way that reflects the woman on the inside. Let me ask you a quick question. If you are someone who is single, divorced, or wants to meet someone, give me 3 in your mind. Give me 3 descriptors, adjectives of the kind of man that you want to meet. Maybe you want to meet and marry or just meet, and just give me 3. Maybe he's confident, successful, ambitious, kind, generous, sense of humor. He's independent. He's in good shape. All of those things, right? He's successful. Next question. Is what you're wearing day to day a reflection of those descriptions that you are looking for the man to come into your front door with? The answer is usually no. And if you say, well, I think so, then it's a no. The absence of a yes is a no. So one of the easiest things for you to learn, beautiful, is to learn how to dress on the outside to reflect the values on the inside, as well as to reflect the kind of man that you want to meet. It is one of the most powerful things in dating and singlehood. I have many, many, many women in my community who've gone from single to no longer, to married, in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, by the way. Because change your closet, change your life. The power of personal style is not just wishful thinking. It's not a hopeful attempt at an outfit. It is far more powerful, far more strategic than that. It is a deep root within our spirit of beauty that is there to serve, position, and benefit us. Clothing is not just there to keep us warm and keep us from being naked. No, it is a power tool. That's power tool number 2. If you're interested, stick here with me. Oh, my nose is itchy. Stick here with me. We're going to be talking about boobs, bras, earrings, lipstick, hair. What is your vision for your hair, by the way? You need to have one. Vision for your life, a vision for your finances, a vision for your body, a vision for your personal style. Fashion is the amazing machine that inspires us with color and puffy sleeves and different things, but your personal style is just that. It's personal to you. It is about you. And when you dress on the outside in a way that reflects the woman on the inside, that is powerful personal style. And that is going to boost your self-confidence because you're suddenly going to be attracting amazing people and opportunities and interviews and invitations and compliments from total strangers. And that is good for your self-confidence. It's good for your soul. Number 3, red. Enough said. Red is a power color. I was lying on the dentist chair not too long ago and watching this Life in Color, I think with David Attenborough. I think it was called Life in Color, okay? And fascinating, absolutely fascinating about how red is used for 2 reasons: to attract mates and also to give a warning of danger for predators who might come to eat this little red frog that has a name that I don't remember. And just saying, red, like, I'm toxic. If you eat me, I'm poisonous. You don't want to eat me. And so red is a very powerful color in nature, from birds to butterflies to this little red frog to amazing creatures, large and small. Red is a powerful color, no less powerful than on us human beings. Again, the enclothed cognition studies I talk about, they will talk about different colors. There's a great study on 2 sports teams, the athletes in blue, the athletes in red. The red won this time. They swapped the colors around. This team in red won. Don't underestimate red. Red it runs through your very veins, right? There's red blood inside of you. It's part of us. There is regrettable teaching out there that says red is for harlots. It's bullshit religious teaching. Red is for prostitutes. Red is for those who are narcissistic in tendency. They want to just get all the attention and all that nonsense. That comes from low self-esteem, that kind of talk. That comes from, don't you dare shine brighter than me because I'm down here and I need to keep you down here. Don't hang out with people like that, okay? Get rid of them. I talk about cultivating your social landscape just like you cultivate and cull your closet. You don't want negative BS, ugly stuff in your closet, nor in your life. And oftentimes, that ugly stuff and that criticism and that hate and that judgment comes from those closest to us, our families. That's what it is. You don't have an obligation to do life with people just because you were born from the same DNA. I don't believe that blood is thicker than water. That's not been my experience in over 50 years of life. I don't believe in it. There are strangers and friends of mine who've been kinder and more supportive than any of my family. I'm not saying they're not supportive, all of them. I'm saying that you don't need your family to support you to go and do what you want to do. You don't need your friends to attend your event or buy a book that you wrote. Release them of that obligation. Release yourself of the dead weight of those expectations. Don't expect your kids or your grandkids to want to be interested in taking over your business. Would I love my daughter? I'd love her to take it over one day. Will she? I don't know. It's unlikely. She's not interested right now. Will that change? Who knows? But I'm not putting that expectation on her or my son. So red is a beautiful, uplifting, powerful color. It communicates confidence. So what do? Number 1, don't ask somebody, well, what is the red that you're wearing? Because this is more of a slightly lighter orange red. What I'm wearing here, it's called Flormar. It sells everywhere. This is my most favorite. And I'm going to share these things with you. I don't have it here, but I do. I've got about 3 of these. So my most favorite nude lipstick on the planet is called Flormar, okay? It's an extreme matte. It's Flormar, Flormar. It's actually a Turkish brand. People think that it's local or American. It's not. It's actually a Turkish brand that has gone pretty much global. You can find it online. Flormar is amazing. I do this. It's a beautiful, beautiful matte, and you put a lip gloss over it. It's my favorite nude. I thought I would try it in the red. It's a little orangey for me because it looks much deeper but then you see, you never know. So don't go and rush out and buy 5 different reds. Rather go to your department store, go to whether it's Macy's or Nordstrom Rack or whatever it is, or Nordstrom, and go to the cosmetics counter and look for someone who looks like she has some experience. Nothing against the 19-year-old working behind the cosmetics counter, but she won't have as much experience as somebody much older. It is just a fact. So don't discount her either. Don't discount because she's 19. You don't know. She might have been raised by a powerhouse beauty mogul from the age of 12 who knows exactly what red you need, okay? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is go and ask who's got experience and then go and spend some time with her and ask her to help you to find the right red lipstick for you. Is there one right? No. Why? Because style is subjective. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I prefer a slightly more blood red than this, but is this wrong? According to whom? You could ask 5 different stylists, 5 different makeup artists. They will give you 5 different answers. And then it depends on what you wear it with. And that depends on what the lighting is like, and so on, and so on, and so on. Go and work with a makeup artist and say, I'd love you to help me find the right red for me. Remember, you're taking her perspective. You're taking her eye. Trust yourself as well. Just look back and go. And what you will find, if you've never worn red lipstick before, you're going to go, oh my gosh, it's too much. It's not. It's not too much. White t-shirt, cute jeans, tennis shoes, and a dash of bold on the lips, and you go to the grocery store, it's absolutely beautiful. Watch how people respond to you. Watch how you're served better. Watch how things change. And your smile being your greatest accessory, when you highlight it with color like this, it's beautiful. When you say thank you, I can't tell you. I've been doing this for years and years and years. And I test it every now and again in the same places, in the same grocery stores. And I'll go in with nothing and no effort. And the outcome is always the same. I have a rather dismal experience. And I go in, t-shirt, whatever, cute little summer dress or a top and some skinnies that I have on today with some whatever shoes. Go to the grocery store and then I put on a little bit of bling. I do my hair and makeup as I always do in the morning, and I put on my red lipstick or my hot pink lipstick, and I have the opposite experience. You catch more eyes, you catch more smiles, you catch more attention. You're not doing this to be the center of attention. I will help you if you stick with me in this podcast to go from being the center of attention, which is pointless because what's that all about? It's about you, and that doesn't serve anybody but you. It actually doesn't serve you. Go from there to being the center of influence. Everybody has influence. You have influence. And when you get up, dress up, and you add a dash of bold, especially red lipstick, for example, and you go out there, you bring something beautiful, you bring something valuable, you bring something uplifting. Everybody likes color. We are wired for community, connection, color. We are wired to connect. And when you say thank you and you smile, it just has that much more power. It has that much more lasting memory, especially when you smile behind your lipstick. Don't be putting on lipstick and not smiling then. Come on now. All right, so red lipstick. Go and find your color. I can tell you, for example, the main red that I use is Rouge by Chanel, but it's not going to look the same on you. You can try it. I find Chanel a really good brand because of the quality. I've got very dry lips. If you do as well, you can make your own scrub. You can go and buy a lip scrub. And especially if you're looking for a stay fast red for this long conference day or this long event that you have, it must last into the night. Then probably you're going to get a stay fast with a little bit of a gloss or something on top of it, because I don't like a very, very matte red necessarily. I like a little bit of a gloss depending on the event again. And you're going to want to scrub your lips either that night or in the morning because they can get quite dry, especially if your skin does tend to be dry like mine. So that's what you want to go and do, okay? Power tool number 3 is red lipstick. If red lipstick is too much for you right now, go and try some red nails. Go and try some red flat ballet shoes. Go and get that red dress that's in your closet, by the way, and make an event, create a date night or something, or a girls' night, and put it on and see how you feel. Everybody loves red. I'm going to finish with this. Years ago, I'm always surveying my clients in my community now. I asked a large number of men, about over 400 men. I said to them, what is the one color that you love to see women wearing, that you really are drawn to? Guess what they said? Red. And I mean an overwhelming number of them said red. So like I would say it's 92, 93%. Then I asked about 250 women. I said to them, what is the color that you love to wear? Color that makes you feel confident and beautiful and sexy. Guess what they said? Red. Guess what's not on your closet or on your lips or on your nails? And the safest place is your toenails, okay? Go and wear red. Try some red lipstick. It communicates confidence. It will boost your confidence. It will make you feel more confident instantly. Give it a go. Remember point number 1, action. Take action. If you go, oh my gosh, I've never worn red, I think it's good. What will my husband say? Well, if you've got a husband or a man in your life and he is loving you well like he should be, then he'll say, hey, babe, okay, you've never worn red, but give it a go. Let's see. And let him be supportive. And if he's not, that's another conversation for another time, okay? We are not bra-burning feminists here. We love our men. We respect and we appreciate our men. We are not in a race with our men. We are women being our best versions of ourselves, playing our game to win. And we wear red lipstick. And if you hate it, then you can say, Linda, I tried it. Don't you try it once and say, it's not for me. If you're really sure that send me a picture, okay? Go to lindapage.com and let's get in touch, or get onto social media and post it somewhere, support@lindapage.com. You can email a picture and say, please get this to Linda, and tell her I tried it and it doesn't work. I'll give you my eye. I'll give you my perspective. I've yet to see a woman who doesn't look good in red lipstick. The only exception really is women with very, 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 very thin lips. And then you can even just go with a nice light, a lighter, softer red gloss. Even that highlights the smile. So a gloss, if you've got very fine lips, a gloss is a good way to go. Just a little bit of color. You can be a nude gloss or a light coral or a light peachy pink. So just try something. Remember, number 1, take action in the direction of your identity, in the direction of your goals. Remember, I went from fearful to bungee jumping to a Guinness World Record and a confidence coach. The only way that happened is I decided I am going to do this. I'm going to take action. I am petrified, but I'm more petrified of sitting down, shutting up, blending into the background, and losing myself. That is scary. Number 2, the power of personal style. Learn to dress on the outside in a way that reflects the woman on the inside. Learn that style is just a skill. Come and join me every week on this podcast. Find us on social media, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, Facebook. Go to school.com, skool.com, and link arms with us and come and learn with us. And number 3, red. Enough said. Because red is a power color, it communicates confidence, and you, my friend, are designed to get up, dress up, and look beautiful, feel confident, and go and have a kick-ass confident day. So that is the call to action, okay? Is to get up, dress up, and be that bold light on a hill that you know you are called to be. Thank you for spending time with me here today. I always get excited about what this could mean when we get together and we link arms, and women are for women. We are encouraging each other. We're lifting each other up. We're complimenting each other. As you get up, dress up, and go out there, you be sure to not just look for, but make a way to find a woman to go and compliment. Women need to, we need to restore the bond between women again. It's been broken, but it can be mended. We are already doing that. We are thousands and thousands and thousands of women here in the Linda Page community, looking for opportunities to go and lift up and compliment other women. Let us celebrate each other's beauty. Let us not be envious of it. You have your own spiritual beauty. I don't want yours. You don't want mine. It's not going to look good on you, and yours is not going to look good on me. Step into the fullness of your beauty here with me with kick-ass confidence, and remember to get up, dress up, and be that bold light on a hill that you know, beautiful, you are called to be. I'll see you on the other side.